I was asked by a teacher friend of mine, Elio, the feast of the Immaculate Conception is coming up. I need to explain it to the kids. What is it all about? What does it have to do with me? What does it have to do with the students? And so I decided to respond to her question by using Murillo's famous painting of the Immaculate Conception. First of all, we must make it clear that our whole Christian faith is based on Jesus Christ. But the devotion to Mary has been central and important because she plays an important part in our Christian story, in the story of salvation. But you will ask, why did Murillo then paint her in blue and white? He was very much influenced by an apparition that a noble woman had in Portugal in 1424. In her vision, Beatrice de Silva, the visionary, has seen Mary dressed in white and blue, and it was her description of her vision that influenced many of the Spanish artists. White is the symbol of purity, and blue is the symbol of heaven. I hope you notice that I'm wearing a white shirt and blue tie. But so far, we still haven't answered what is the Feast of the Immaculate Conception all about, and what does it have to do with you and me? This is the important question that we need to answer first. I would explain it in this way. God so loved the world that he chose to send his Son to live among us as one of us. But for this he needed a mother. Having chosen Mary to become the mother of God, to become the mother of Jesus, God therefore, by God's grace, prevented her from being touched, being tainted with any sins, original sin or any other sin. In his painting, Murillo tries to capture two elements of the Feast of the Immaculate Conception. On that day, we celebrate, first of all, the calling of Mary to be the Mother of God. The second one also, her destiny to be the bride of Christ, to be the mother of the Church. These two words are important, calling and destiny. With his painting, Murillo tries to capture both elements, the calling of Mary, but also the destiny of Mary. Her gaze heavenwards present her as if she is still and always ready to respond to the angel who visited her at the Annunciation. But she is also on clouds, lifted up by all these putties, this little angel, as if foretelling her destiny, her assumption into heaven. Mary's hands are joined in prayer. They signify her dependence on God, her calling, her mission. Her destiny is from God and towards God. Mary's fulfillment of her vocation and mission is totally dependent on God. The Crescent Moon is also an important aspect of the iconography of the Immaculate Conception. What does it mean? First of all, it refers to the book of Revelation, the Apocalypse. There she is described as a woman in heaven with the moon under her feet. The moon was traditionally a symbol of the purity of the Virgin Mary, but as you know, it was also the symbol of Islam. In the 17th century church, Mary with a crescent moon under her feet came therefore, and unfortunately, to be interpreted as the church trampling over all sorts of heresies. And a heretic was anyone who questioned any of the teachings of the Catholic Church and anyone who challenged any of the ways of the Catholic Church. This negative and excluding attitude of the Church of the 17th century must be replaced, as Pope Francis continuously reminds us, by the image of a church who welcomes, a church who is like a mother who welcomes all her children. So far, I have tried to answer the first question, the Immaculate Conception. What's it all about? Now we have to address the second question. What does the Immaculate Conception have to do with me and you? That is an important question. Remember those two words we used to describe the Immaculate Conception, calling and destiny. What God has done for Mary to prepare her even before she was born for her calling and her destiny to become the Mother of God, God will do the same, has done the same for each one of us. God, even before we were born, even before we were conceived, has prepared our heart, our spirit, has given us qualities and talents and gifts that will make it possible for us to discern our calling and to fulfill it. As we celebrate the feast of the Immaculate Conception, we are reminded that God has prepared each one of us even before we were conceived, that God had a plan for each one of us, and only responding to God's calling we will be able to reach our true destiny. And I'd like to conclude this reflection on Murillo's beautiful painting of the Immaculate Conception with the words of Psalm 139. For it was you, O God, who formed my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, O God. If you find this short videos interesting and useful, you may wish to enroll in a course that I'll teach in 2021 at Catholic Theological College titled How to Teach Religious Education and Theology Through Art. If you want to enroll, please email or call John Bartholomew's. On the screen you have all his details. I hope to see you there. Bye now.